Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got my November empties for you guys. I actually finished off a fair chunk of products this time. Like, I've kind of been working up towards this because I was trying to get some more products done the last couple of months, but every time I felt like I just didn't really get there, and this time a lot of products that I was kind of on the edge on already, I don't know if that's proper English, I finally finished off. So let's take a look at them. I'm gonna start off slightly on the boring side. I finished 2 packets of cotton pads and I did not like both of them. One of them was from Boots, the cotton wool pads, and I actually purchased the wrong ones because I like to have the ones that have kind of this little bit of relief, is that a word? On one side, and like they're just normal on the other side, and they're like packed together a little bit better. These ones were just plain on both sides and they kind of were falling apart pretty easily when you use them. And then another one, I forgot to bring my cotton pads on holidays one time. I always do that, I always forget my cotton pads. So I had to buy some when I was in Portugal, and this one is from Labell, don't know. And these were a little bit bigger, as you can probably already tell from the size of the packaging here. Not a fan. I don't really need those bigger ones, but they did not have smaller ones in the place where I was looking, so yeah. Not that interesting, sorry. Let's move on to the more interesting things. I sort of finished off 2 nail polish remover, one of those dip and twist kind of things where you put your finger in to clean your nails. The reason I finished 2 is because I finished this one. This is the Boots nail polish remover dip and twists. Like this one okay, although I always have the issue that the like sponge that is inside kind of starts falling apart slowly but surely, and that is a little bit annoying. But I think I've had that with any nail polish remover like this before. So I've bought a new one, and this one I did not really look at properly. It was for artificial nail remover. So I kind of thought like it would be the same thing anyway, but the difference with this one, as you can see, is that this one has little plastic sticky things on the inside instead of an actual sponge, which just made it really hard to properly, like, I can imagine that if you have artificial nails that it kind of scrapes the nail off or whatever. I've never had artificial nails, but for actual nail polish I was just putting like little stripes on my fingers and I couldn't get it off properly. So I decided to just get this one out of the way as well. I initially tried to pour the solution of this one over in this one in the hope that that would kind of make this one work a little bit better again, but my fingers got all purpley green up until here, so yeah, I needed to purchase another one anyway. So I finished 2 of those, sort of. Then I finished deodorant. I keep repurchasing this one. This is the Mitchum Ultimate Gel, and this one is in the Powder Fresh scent, which I like the best. And this is one of the few deodorants that I feel like really work for me, in the sense that I'm not getting extremely sweaty, which I tend to do fairly easily, sadly enough. So this one is amazing and I will keep repurchasing this one. Then I finished a perfume, and you might already expect this because this one is in one of my products, in one of my projects, and I got really close during that. This is the Bruno Banani Magic Woman perfume. I really like this. I bought this a good amount of years ago, when I was still in my teenage years, I think even. But I would definitely repurchase this one. I really like the scent of this. It's, yeah, like my typical scent, kind of that warmer with a little bit of a spicy hint to it, but then this one is a little bit younger because it's a little bit cheaper maybe, I don't know. But I really like this scent. Then I finished 2 face masks. One of them is this Quick Fix Facials Mega Moisture Mask Dry and Thirsty Skin. I thought it was okay. I bought this in a drugstore, and I do realize that everything that I buy in a drugstore is just most of the time not as good, or I'm just not buying the right products. That is possible too, as like some of the other things that I've tried, not from the drugstore. But it was okay overall. It had a really sweet scent and it made my face softer, but I've tried better face masks. Then, as always, there will always be Dermalogica products in my empties. This is a Dermalogica Gentle Cream Exfoliant, and I was mainly using this on my jawline because that is where I get most of my breakouts. And I liked it for that. Like, it was, well, it's an exfoliant at the same time as it is a mask, so it is a little bit more intense, and you can only get this, like, not in the drugstore. You actually have to go to a dermatologist to get something like this, so it will be a little bit heavier anyway. So I was not using it like all around my face because the skin, especially here for me, is definitely a little bit more sensitive, so I didn't want to use it there. And it worked pretty good, I think, because I stopped using it and I feel like I've gotten a little bit more breakouts again lately, so this must have been doing something. And then I have another Dermalogica product. This is the Skin Smoothing Cream, which I cut open to get everything out. This was the night cream that I've been using for a really long time because this is huge. There is 100 mils or 3.4 US fluid ounces in here. I liked this when I started, but when these packages are so big, I just kind of get over them before I actually used it up. I think that was my issue with this one. When I was using it for a little bit longer, because initially it was okay, I didn't think it was anything special or anything, but it might have become a little bit too greasy. It just didn't feel as nice anymore later on. Probably like because we were going into a new season and my skin changed, but yeah, meh. It's okay. Then something else that I finished was this Image Skincare Vital C Hydrating Eye Recovery Gel. So this was an eye cream, and like every now and then I try to use these things again. Something that I have, and that's just like genetical for me, is that I get lines under my eyes really easily, or I don't get them, I just have them, and I've had them for a really long time, even though I'm still pretty young. It's just the way my skin is, basically. And I felt like using this one made that a little less obvious. Like, it really hydrated it in a nice way, so the lines would, yeah, just not be there as much as they usually are. So I did like this, and I start seeing why people would use eye creams, because it's just something that I'm still trying to figure out. But I really like this one, so I will very likely repurchase this one. I think I used it for like 2-3 months. It is a little bit more on the expensive side as well, but if it actually does something, I'm willing to pay a little bit more, which is, I think, pretty normal. Then one of my favorite products is this Lush Let the Good Times Roll. What even is it? Face and body cleanser. I'm using this solely for my face, and I love this so much because it smells like cookie dough or something like that. I just always want to eat this whole thing. It doesn't taste good though. I might have tried. So yeah, I really love this, not just for the smell. It has little pieces of, I don't know whether it's like from the maize flour or sweet corn maize flour that is in here. It has little chunks of popcorn in there as well, which I guess are a little bit exfoliating too. But that combination of things like really makes it that it has this like kind of exfoliating effect, but it has really nice oils in it as well. So after I've used it, my face really feels moisturized straight away, even though it is a cleanser, and a lot of cleansers don't have that. So that is something that I really appreciate about this product, and I'm definitely gonna repurchase this one. And then lastly, I have a makeup products. This is one that I've been working on really hard throughout this whole year, and I finally finished it. This is the Hoola Benefit, or the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I liked it. It might have been slightly on the orangey side, but I know they have a lighter version of this one now, and I have a pretty light complexion myself, so it might be worth it to try that, but I'm kind of on the fence. I still have one bronzer in my collection that I want to finish off first anyway, but after that, like, I used the one from the Body Shop before and I really liked that one, so maybe I should just go back to something that I know works for me, or try the lighter one of this, or maybe another one. If you guys have any good suggestions for bronzers that work well for like light skin tones like mine, do let me know, because I haven't been using bronzer for that long yet. I think only the last couple of years I've been getting into it a little bit more, so I definitely want to know what are really good bronzers for light skin, like kind of I'm using it to contour with more than that I'm using it to warm up my face. So I would need a little bit more of a cooler toned bronzer for sure. So let me know if you know anything that might work well for me, because I always love to find out about new products that work really well for me. And those were my empties, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you guys, of course, in my next video. Bye bye!